We've been together all morning.
What's that?
So we've been together all morning. We're usually not like this.
This is a lot of work. December's crazy.
I know.
It's been a crazy year.
Mm-hmm. It has been a crazy year. It's been a weirdly long year. I feel like usually I get to December and it's like, oh wow, it's the end of the year. This year I'm like, oh wow, we finally made it to the end of the year. But maybe that's just because I've had a lot going on.
Well, you got married.
I did.
You got a dog, a puppy,
and
a new home,
and a new house.
Yeah.
Yes, American dream.
There it is.
Accomplished.
Everything you need.
Yep, a golden retriever that bites the crap out of everything, and a brand new house for her to do it in. So,
I was gonna get you a Christmas gift.
Okay, what was it?
It was a Bitcoin.
Yeah, is that out of the budget now?
It ran away from me.
Yeah, I bet it did.
I was going to pick it up 15 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you can always go pick one up now. I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that transfer whenever you want to give it to me.
Sure.
Yeah, we have to figure out how to do it, though. Have you ever purchased a cryptocurrency?
I've never purchased a cryptocurrency.
I did it once. It was pretty onerous, I'm not going to lie.
Well, now they have the new ETFs, and this is the new topic that everybody's talking about. And I get asked a lot. Do you get it? I imagine you do in your...
Yeah, it's very popular among people my age to own some kind of cryptocurrency. I do not. Most of our money is invested the way our clients' money is invested, but I have several people who have...
Most?
Well, sorry. All my money is invested the same way.
Okay, good.
But yeah, no, I have friends who have, they still have digital pictures of stuff like NFTs and things like that.
Yeah, they went by the way of the dodo bird, huh?
They did, yeah. Those are long gone. Now they're just profile pictures as a joke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's a really interesting, I think a lot about it because it's in the zeitgeist. There was just a proposal for the nominee for the cryptocurrency czar in the new administration. Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of momentum behind cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
And it's like this enormous thing. Like cryptocurrency is not like one thing, of course, right? And this is not, our conversation is not going to be a primer on it.
Right.
But because so many of our non-clients and clients are asking us, I thought I would spring this on you this week.
Yeah, sure. No, I mean, once again, I usually never know what we're going to talk about. I have like a topic in mind and it's almost always a little different. Yeah, we talked about this a little bit. Obviously you and I, one of the cool things is we get to talk about anything that comes up in the market, anything that we're interested in. We spend the time on it. And we talked about, is crypto a force that you can ignore? Mm-hmm. The answer is, yeah, you're allowed to ignore any force out there in the market, right? You can really just, know what you own, know why you own it, and go buy those things. And we do that. We've had lots of success in our portfolios. But there are undoubtedly things like Bitcoin or like, even just single stocks, NVIDIA, once upon a time, Apple and Amazon, et cetera, that come around and, people hear about it in the news, they will get excited about it, and they want to buy it. And, go for it. You just have to understand the risk that you take when you have any kind of high flying security.
Yeah, I think that, investing is like this time machine. We want the past, right? And so, but you take away the last 4 months of Bitcoin, and it hasn't outperformed the markets.
Yeah, it was actually down about 40 to 50% for a while. There's about a 1 year skid where it went down pretty dramatically. It wasn't until the election where things started to turn back around.
Yeah, and I understand why, and I don't think it's going to happen, but what can go up 40% in 4 months can go down 40% in 4 months.
Yeah, it's the law of gravity, right?
But no, I think what's interesting to talk about, and like one of the things, like I came up at Merrill in Merrill Lynch and like learned a lot from them, or the ecosystem of them for sure. Just being in those positions and all the experts that came in there, you got to learn a lot, even if whatever. Don't need to kick dirt on good old Mother Merrill today. But where I learned most of my stuff was outside of Merrill and with my uncle, who's still a financial advisor today. And he started with Prudential and worked through some other companies. And one of the things he told me really early on was like, you don't invest to make money. I was like, and I was young, right? I was still investing my first communion money.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? Like, I thought that's why you, he's like, no, like you are far better at making money than the market will ever be for you. You're there to grow your money, to preserve it, and to find some opportunities. But like nobody makes money better than our clients, right? They know how to do it because they know, all of our clients knows more about one thing than most people in the world, or like than most people in the world for sure, definitely. And certainly more than us. And that's what's so interesting about our job, is that we get to talk to these people in some really interesting careers and passions, and they're applying it to the business world and entrepreneurs and founders. But he said, and so when you look, and so he was a big proponent of investing. Now he used to work and still does in a transactional basis where you're buying stocks, and he was a broker and now he's an advisor, and right. But he was definitely in the buy investments, is which we believe. Like we're a very nostalgic investment firm in the sense that we believe that you should, as you said, know what you own, why you own it, and have like a business strategy behind it, which is why as a investment policy, we don't own gold.
Yeah, I mean, there's something behind that. So, I mentioned the law of gravity. So what goes up 40% can come down. And, we saw that with NVIDIA a couple years ago where they were part of the tech correction. And NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, some of the biggest names you've heard of, they all corrected 40, 50% in a year, right? So things that go up quickly can come down quickly. But at the same time, they're real businesses that really hire people, that really make money. The money's not fake. And, one of the reasons we don't buy gold is, sure, gold is more real than Bitcoin. You can go and acquire a gold bar.
Hold it.
And hold it. I mean, you can
wear it.
You can wear it. I now have one.
You can build with it. It can be part of industrials. Yeah.
Right. But it's a useful material. And so there is some substance behind like, hey, this is a tangible thing that has value in the world. And it probably always will.
Has a leadership team, has a CEO, has a board of directors.
Right.
And
right.
But I know nobody likes centralization, but we love business models.
Yeah.
I love the world of business. Yeah. Now, it doesn't mean I love everything about it. And there's a lot that definitely needs a repair, but in its purest sense, I like business, providing value, and somebody gives you value back.
Right. And there's also a long history in the United States, at least in the last 100 years, of when businesses go off the rails or do things that are a little sketchy, there are laws in place to correct that or to prevent it, right?
Yeah.
We're really seeing all the things in not just Bitcoin, but cryptocurrencies generally is basically a con artist paradise. Because it's not a security, it's not regulated like a stock is or a bond is. All of the things that people get into and they think, oh, I'll get rich quick, I'll do this, I'll put my life savings into it. All of that could be avoided. Like these losses are almost 1930-esque traps that you see.
Well, what's ironic about that is that Bitcoin is booming right now, and a lot of the cryptocurrencies are booming. Right. Because they are going to become it's likely that there'll be more regulation around them. Right. Which is could potentially be really good for the price, but it's also against the whole premise
of Bitcoin.
Of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is the decentralization. Right. And so a lot of people are cheering this on because they see the tangible increase in price, but at the same time it's deteriorating what is supposedly its allure.
Right. The thing, if you go talk to someone who's like a wonk, I guess is that right, a term to use, somebody who's really in the know about cryptocurrencies, a lot of the reasons they'll tell you to buy it and invest in it and the value that it holds, a lot of people don't care about that. They just know that Bitcoin's going up and they want to be a part of it, right? Sure. And so if that crowd gets big enough, then the government may say, well, if it's getting big, we may as well regulate it. And then all of a sudden it strips away the entire value proposition of an unregulated currency.
Yeah. So kind of cycling back a bit, there are two things that we have in this world. There's hundreds of things, but two things we're talking about are investments and then speculation. Yeah. And right now, the way that most cryptocurrency is speculation. Now there are some cryptocurrencies that have business models attached to them or business uses. Those are super fascinating to me. There's a lot of them. There's a whole story behind that. This is not a primer on it. That's interesting to me. I'm interested in learning more about that. But if it's just a currency, if it's going to become the regular currency, then we're talking about trading currencies, and we certainly don't do that. No, as an investment. We have access to it. We could do it if somebody, but it's a speculation. Yeah. It's not an investment. And that's if there's nothing else I want people to go away with from this meeting is buy Bitcoin. Is that there's speculation and investments. Neither of them, both of them could potentially have a place in a portfolio. Yeah. Certainly investing do, but they're very different animals. And they react differently. Even like stocks can go to zero. It's not that seldom, or it's not that often. So I think that's the big thing. That's always where I start when I'm asked about currencies.
Yeah, definitely. It's how does this fit my portfolio, right? It's like when someone asks the question, should I buy it? The lead up question shouldn't be yes or no. It'd be like, yeah, of course, or no, that's stupid, because everything that you have the opportunity to invest in, it has a place in a portfolio. Right. So if you want to take a small piece of it, take a small piece of it, but know what you're getting into, right? The Bitcoin's been halved multiple times and it's gone up a lot. You don't know which one of those you're going to get, and you have to understand yourself as an investor. Okay, if I buy this thing and it goes to zero, am I going to be very upset with
Well,
that?
I think about that too, because if I put $10,000 in, say even at 15,000, which wasn't that long ago,
Yeah.
and it went to 60, then I'm at $40,000. That's cool.
Yeah.
Did it change my life? No, not really.
Right.
So then I'm like, well, what if I put $100,000 in there? Or what if I put $1 million? Well, that would be insane for me at any time in my life.
Well,
but
yeah,
like,
'cause it's
what
like,
does
what
it
if it
take
goes the
to
other
put in to
way?
move the needle? And then if it doesn't move the needle, am I just going to be pissed if I lose that money? And the answer for me oftentimes is yeah.
Yeah, and if
I'll be
you're
pissed if I lose 10K.
Yeah, I'm the same way. But if you're the opposite way, then it makes sense, right? Then let's find out.
No, who cares? It's only 10K.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then go for it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's all about knowing yourself as a person. Because I'm like you. I am the kind of person where like I get buyer's remorse. I remember when I bought my wife's engagement ring. I knew it was the right thing to do, but just seeing the number leave my bank account, I had left work at lunch. I just took a really long lunch. I was like, oh my God, that was the most, stressful thing ever. So it's one of those things where like, for me, I don't do cryptocurrencies because I don't get it. And I don't think I'll ever get it. And so I'm not going to get into it. But if we have a client who's like, yeah, I'll throw X dollars at it, sure.
No, we certainly can help them, and we can help position it, and we can make sure that they're meeting the needs. And what is this, a pure speculative play?
Right.
And what is the exit? Because I think, and I don't know, I have no idea, but I think there's a lot of momentum behind it right now. And so this is not saying don't buy crypto, it's going down, it's a scam.
Yeah.
Some of it is.
Oh, some of it certainly is.
Some of it is.
Like 90% of it is.
But I'm not saying that. What I am saying is like, you got to like, what are your intentions, and how, even if you're going to ride this, what we seem to be an apparent wave, how are you getting out?
Yeah, I totally
agree. And are you investing in something that's liquid enough to get out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if everyone runs for the doors, are you going to stay? Or are you like coddle? You're going to hold it, right?
Diamond hands.
Yeah, diamond hands. So this will be your first Christmas married.
It will, yes, on a Wednesday, which is really weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna be home with, I believe, her family for the day of it because we're local. We both have work on each day before and after Christmas.
Okay.
And
you're welcome.
Thank you.
You had a wedding.
I know. So, but we will both be working.
Nice honeymoon.
So, so it'll be a very, hey, Christmas happened. That's cool. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
It's a good one. Yeah, Wednesday's an interesting one, I guess, because you can just like, well, I guess I'll just take the week off. A lot of people will do.
Yeah, a lot of people are gonna do that, but not us. So if you need us, I will be in the office.
When we say us, we mean you.
Me. I will be in the office. If you
I'm going on vacation.
Correct.
Because I had to work when you were gone.
Yes, Andrew and Clay, they can get off too. I'll be here the whole week. Let me know if you want to call and hang out.
All right. I'm going to Morocco.
Yes, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, so I'm going to go knock on the doors of ceramic ateliers, like shops, and see if I can't find a teacher.
Come back as a pottery master.
Well, if I do, I will. I don't know if that's true, but I will make you a mug.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That'd be great. I love mugs. Anyone who knows me knows
Morocco has a really deep and rich pottery tradition. There's two centers. There's Sifra and Fez. I'm going to start at Fez, knocking on some doors, and see if I can't get in. And
is that where the hat's from?
Maybe.
The Fez? You should get one.
Maybe.
Okay.
I might get one of those roby things, but I don't know how warm it's going to be.
It would be pretty nice. I was just on that.
It's going to be better than Atlanta.
For my honeymoon, we were kind of along the equator. Like that is pretty hot. It was like 85 degrees where we were, so that's hot compared to 20 degrees here.
Yeah.
So just know that.
All right. So anyways, to our clients and friends, whatever holiday you celebrate, please have a wonderful holiday and a happy new year. We are so excited about 2025. 2024 has been such a blessing. We've had such a fortunate year in terms of our team. We've grown in terms of our relationships with our clients, certainly our portfolios, and we are so excited for next year. And to kind of tell you all the new stuff that's coming up, but spoiler alert, we're not changing firms. You don't have any documents to sign. It's just good news. So anything you want to say? Or
No, this was this was one of the best years of my life. I'm looking forward to 2025.
Amen. All right.
Awesome.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.